You are just in time for our next conversation. That is on Family Check right here on Good Morning Kenya. And our conversation today is on the cry of aging parents. And there's a book here that has influenced today's conversation, and the book is titled exactly that, The Cry of Aging Parents. And we will be looking into that, just trying to see, have we neglected our aging parents, or what is happening? What exactly is driving that? There was the question that I had posed to you that is also right here on the book. It says, how comes two parents are able to take care of 10 children, but 10 grown-up children are unwilling to take care of two aging parents? That is the question that is being posed, and we will be getting into that. Lucky enough, we have the author of the book in studio with us. That is Samuel Irongo Njao. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And then right next to Samuel, we have Pastor Paul Blessing. Pastor Paul Blessing is the director, Star with Paul. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And then we also have Bishop Jeremiah Palanyo, and he is the Bishop, Hope for All Nations Churches, Naivasha. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, viewers.
All right, and these are the people that will be assisting us in just getting deeper into this conversation that we are having. And I want to begin by just posing the question. You know, from that, the question that I have just, read out from this book, where are we going wrong? And how is it possible that, two parents take care of 10 children, but when it comes to now, the parents are aging, they can't do things for themselves. Now, these 10 children, according to the author, and I will begin with you as the author, according to the author, it's not that they are not able to take care of these two parents. It's because they are unwilling. First of all, where did this come from?
Oh, thank you very much. I'm the firstborn in our family. And as a firstborn, I felt that I must be a role model. My parents are both alive. My father is now 85. My mom is 79. And why this particular book came into my mind, I saw many parents, especially in rural areas, they are being neglected. Their children have gone outside, others are in America, and that was the genesis of this topic.
Okay, I get you. Paul, from your point of view, have you witnessed the same? Would you say that nowadays, we as the younger people are not looking after our aging parents?
Yeah, thank you for having me. I will say that I think it's a scheme of the enemy, because when you go basically, the Bible says that honor your parent and live long and we shall be well with you. So wellness and long life is catched in honoring those parents. So it just becomes a scheme that people don't know. It's just lack of knowledge, I think, or neglect. Sometimes you find that what we call sandwich generation phenomenon. You find that it's time you are taking care of your family and at the same time you need to take care of your parents. Then you look at them like they are others and your family is main. But let me tell you, the truth is that your parents are your second God. God made one man and gave parents the work to create. Whether your father took care of you or not, so long as he planted that seed, that's why you are seated in that chair. Okay? Whether he went or not, he made you come. So he has to get that honor. Sometimes it comes from emotions, things that happened. But according to me, let us go to the basics. For us to become what we want to become, honor those parents and take care of them.
All right, you brought something up, we'll get into that, for the parents who are totally absent, but now they expect, these children to still care for them. We'll get into that. But I would love to hear from Bishop Jeremiah. From what he said, 10 children are taken care by two parents, but now when it comes to vice versa, when it's time for the parents to be looked after, it's impossible. How come?
It's a very sad, and it is a lot of evidence there, and we meet these things every day, and the cry is evident. Aging people are crying and mourning and groaning. And this is not something that started here in Africa and so forth. We go back to the book of Genesis, the beginning of those old fathers. You find also was those negligence. I mean, you talk about the father of faith, Abraham. There are a lot of issues. Then they come to Isaac, Jacob, and all through. Even the firstborn of Jacob, by the name Reuben, he slept with the mother. by say. So as we are saying, is an issue that is a foundation. It's an issue that started long, long ago. And, but now it was not very much a big problem in Africa because our culture was strong. But now the influence of the Western or other places, it has come to affect us. And we need to address this issue because it's really a big thing, is a big problem in the church. We have now even started those old people, taking care of them. Let me give just a small something happen so that our viewer can really understand that it's something big. Children were here in Nairobi and they left their parents. Their parents is aging, and particularly the father, and then he died in Central. And then when he died, the children came from Nairobi with the big vehicles and so forth. And they come to the burial, they say the budget is ours and everything is ours. And then the minister who was conducting the burial, he told them, he just stood up and say, open the casket. They opened, the shoes was there, everything. Then he told them, can you remove one of the shoes of the dead body? Then the shoes were removed, very $1,000 the shoes is a high price. And then the minister was bold enough, he took the shoes, he began to beat them. All of them, beat them on the head. He say, you cannot allow your father, we have been taking care in the church, we are the one who are burying, and so now you are coming with the big suit and the amount and so forth. So it's really an issue that needs to be confronted. It's an issue that needs to be addressed and confronted, and we need to have a conversation in this issue. And I'm glad that we have this one.
Yeah.
Yes,
Why have we gotten to this point? Or, you know, from what all of you are saying is that this is something that is there now. This is something that is increasing. So maybe my question would be, is it really increasing, or is it that now we are seeing it more openly? Has it always been like this, or there's a change, there's a shift that is happening where now the children of this generation are neglecting their parents?
Yeah, if you look very keenly, you find that, as our bishop has just mentioned, is that our African culture was very good. We were really taking care of our aging parents. But because of this modernization, parents are neglected because kids are able, when they go outside, they don't remember. Now, if you look at this book, I'll just go through in 2 minutes, just to show the way it is framed.
Okay.
The topics are 100. I've given 100 reasons why parents are neglected. The first ones here, if you check, is the physical. If you look at what we call the setup of the book, we have the physical, that is what we see, then what we hear, then the taste, touch, and the last one is smell. Then after that, we come to the soul, where we have the five senses of the soul. We have the will, we have emotion, we have affection, and we have imagination. And the last one is on the spirit. That's where our bishops are coming in. Very important, because you can't be a whole person when you don't have these three elements. We have the prayers. We have praise, worship, faith, and meditation. So that is the outline of the book. And the reason why I set up this way is so that we can look at the issue in totality. We are not neglecting any part of this issue.
Okay.
Yes.
Pearl, would you say that one's upbringing may also play a big role in whether they will look after their aging parents or not? You know, as you had mentioned earlier, for some children, you know, or for some people, you've grown up, you've never even seen your dad. You don't even know how they look like. You've never even seen a picture of them. This person has been absent throughout your entire life. And then now you're just being told that, oh, by the way, your dad is so-and-so, and actually he's ailing, he's, you know, now way older, he's ailing, and now it feels like it's a responsibility you have, that you now need to go care for this parent. I mean, it can be hard, you know, because you've never been part of my life.
Yeah, just like Zia said, that is the part is calling emotional.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, And I will just go basically and say that, as I said earlier, whether they were there or not, there's a blessing that you can pick on the last day of burial, or the last 5 days of his life, which nobody else can give you, even if you met King Charles. What your father who gave birth to you can release to you. That's the emotion of that. You never saw him, he left your mother suffered. Let me tell you, relationship with your father and your mother has nothing to do with you and your parents and what you get from them. I'm not trying to defend the man so much, but let us be very practical that life came. And this woman also kept the pregnancy. There's something they did. Okay, whether they took care of you, they were there or they were not there. Me, I want to go to the basics. Life came from the two of them. And that you may have never met them all the days of your life, but you can come and pick everything on the last day. We were sharing with someone before we came here and they said, and someone had estate and not tell the children. A lot of wealth. Then one day he just called the daughters. They were daughters 3 and 1 adopted son. Then he made a call and said, come all over, all of you, I want to talk to you. He said, I've been chased out of my apartment where I live. One said, my husband not accept. That's a bother to me, that's a bother to me. He said, let me call the adopted. He called the adopted child. Then he came, he asked him, no, let me go with you. He removed an envelope with estates, a will. It was to be given to whoever will show that love. There are those who do not have anything, and there are those who have hidden something, and how you behave is how you get it. Me, I would say, whether he took care of you or not, even if you don't know, seek to know your root. You are only where you came from. Whether you have a Tanzania wanasemanga baba mlezi, baba mzazi. Kuna baba mlezi amekulea. Lakini root yako ni mahali ulitoka. There are things that you need to know out of your family. So, to me, whether you took care, they were not there or not there, if there's an opportunity, don't miss that opportunity. It can turn your life around. That's me now.
What of those children who grew up in very abusive homes? You know, and they were also being abused, not just that maybe the parents were fighting, but they were also being abused in one way or the other. Unfortunately, there are children who grew up in homes where they were molested by their own parents, whether mother or father. Then what now? You still are convincing them that, you know, it does not matter. As long as your parent needs you, now you need to show up for them. Because when you dig deeper, you may find these are some of the answers you get onto why are we not looking after our aging parents. You'll hear someone saying, I was abused as a child, and this happened over and over inside the home with my father or with my mother. Then what now for such a person?
So I think to me is that we cannot blind our eye. We need to accept that it is true, it happened. And the best thing is to deal, because we have institution that has to deal with these issues, because when foundation is wrong, the whole house will collapse. And because it is something that has been growing in them, because some of them are sons of single mothers and so forth, or others, as we are saying, the father was a drunk, was not available. But then we have schools and we have churches, and then we have this program particularly, and we have other people who God has given them, like our writer here. I think we need to have a round table and deal with this issue, because our society are suffering, even those children, those who are in America, here in Nairobi, well-being. I want to mention a scripture which is very, very... I read a scripture last night when I got an opportunity, when I knew that I'm coming to share this one. In the book of Proverbs, chapter number 30 and verse 17, it says, he who neglected their parents, their oldie or the parents, his eyes will be plucked out by ravens and will be eaten in the wilderness by vulture. When you study about that scripture in the biblical studies, even science and so forth, we have so many deaths that's happening when young people are still young. Or they got a biggie, like in Naivasha. I live in Naivasha, where we have all the big top classes of the vehicle comes in every weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And these are young people. But you know, they get the salary, big money, but when you walk with them and ask, what have you done, they don't have a meaningless, they are meaningless of life. They are just confused completely. So the best thing is to deal with this issue. Let's address the issue, because it is something that's happening. Foundation is wrong. When the foundation is wrong, family is wrong, institution is wrong. Everybody you meet who did not wired in a fatherhood, in a familyhood, in a respect.
True.
Even if you given the whole Nairobi, you don't succeed because you lack the foundation. The house will collapse one day. And what you plant today, you can harvest tomorrow. If you neglect your parents today, tomorrow, believe me or not, you'll harvest. You'll also be neglected.
By your own.
By your own.
There's something also that comes up when you try to look at why maybe this is the case, and that is financial constraints. You know, I think Palu had mentioned, now I have my own family also that I'm supposed to look after, you know, and care for them even financially. And then now there's my parents who I'm supposed to also look after them financially. So that financial constraints, you know, what role does it play in all of this?
Yeah, it's a very serious issue because really, even before we started this, we had a conversation. You see, when you're taking care of your children, it's mandatory. If you don't take your kids to school, you'll be taken to chief. And the chief will tell you, you have forgotten your responsibility. So the money of the school fees, you'll be brought here at my office. Now, should you get some issues later on, you cannot go to the same chief and tell, do you remember? This is where I left my money. He will tell you, by the way, why did you forget yourself?
That's you.
Now, it's a very contentious issue, and that is why I'm very happy for this platform, because it will not only help others, because we are also aging. I'm now 55. I'm 100 years minus 45.
And you are the youngest.
Yes.
You are the youngest.
I'm the youngest, So you can imagine now, if you don't talk about this, what will happen? I'll give an example of a president who, when he was the president, he made that sure that the prisons were well furnished. And he was asked, why prison? He said, you know, I'm not growing young. So I cannot take, even if I do the kindergarten, whatever, I'm preparing. Anything can happen. I can go to prison. So the same way as we are grown up, we're not supposed just to look at our parents, but also remember that we are also aging. There's something here, I want just to read the book. When you look at the kids' needs, it is physical. But for parents, when they are groaning and they are crying, it becomes very uncomfortable. Then here, there is this issue of media. Media brings images of parenting. But even this, I wonder whether there is a platform for old people. Everything is very good, family, young. So it is there. We cannot go around up. Then here there is the cry. When a child cries, there is some attachment. But when your parent is agonizing and complaining, now my backache, I need to go to hospital, it becomes very uncomfortable. Then there is the issue of culture, as our bishop has said. Culture is emphasizing on parenting roles only, but there is no platform I've ever seen. And that is why I'm happy for this platform, because we are going to teach people on the role that has been forgotten, because this is a forgotten topic. There's this issue of taste. You find when you are young, your mother was tasting food, but when you are feeding your old parent, you don't even taste. By the way, it is very tasteless. You don't even taste. You just croak and then you give. This issue of hate. You see, when the child is growing, you even mark the ages, because you see that growing. Yes, bad days. There's a lot of hope. But what hope do you have for your 80 years father? It's just death. Actually, you even avoid even going there, because it's reminding you that you're also going to die. There's this issue of touching. You find your child come and hug you at you, it's very comfortable, but you find your parents is there, the same mother that you used to hug and and very comfortably. Even touching becomes very uncomfortable. When it comes to even washing them and whatever, both the parent and the children are uncomfortable because they don't want to, because the society doesn't allow that. The issue of smell, when the child is young, you see that smell and whatever, but when you go to your parents, it's only medicine and whatever, a lot of, so it is very uncomfortable. I'm just giving some of the reasons. There is this issue of a mess, when the child has messed on itself. You remove it very comfortably. But imagine your father here and your mother, you are washing the soiled clothes, very uncomfortable. So those are some of the reasons that you also need to know the society, as Bishop has said. There is this issue of the one you have said about money. I don't believe that money is everything. It's only that they are not willing. So that is what I would say. They are unwilling, not that they are not
capable.
Imagine two parents struggled to educate 10.
But you know, nowadays, people, like with the modernized society, people are not having as many children. So, you know, just going by your example, you've given 10, which, I mean, if you're 10 of you, amwezi shindwa kabisa. But nowadays, people are only having 1 child, 2 children. Mtu akisonga sana kuna watatu.
Let me tell you something. There's a home of the old somewhere in Nairobi. And some people went to visit and they found a man who said he has 11 children. And they were all alive. But they took that parent to a home of the old. So it is still happening. There are homes of the old. So you find they feel like, instead of taking care of, but you know that is dumping. So that person will die faster because they feel emotionally they were thrown away. You see?
I was actually to bring up the question or the topic of professional care homes. You know, it's not in our culture really,
but they are there
in
Kenya.
But yeah, they are here in Kenya. But no, if you look outside, you know, Kenya, in the Western world, that's a normal thing. So do you feel like we are getting at a point where we are normalizing that also here? We're starting to normalize it. And where is the problem in that? I'm trying to look at a situation where you are not able to be present to care for your parent, maybe because of one thing or another. Maybe you are working abroad. You know, so instead of leaving your mom pale ushago kwake, and there's no one to really look after them, where's the harm in you taking them to a professional care home whereby you are ensuring they're being well taken care of? If they have any you know, chronic illnesses and whatever, there are people who are qualified to look after them there. Where's the problem in that?
There's no problem in that. You know, when there's a reason why they should be taken there, there are those cases that you find, even they sit down and say, let's agree, it's the best thing to do. And you'd find that they are happy even to be there because there was a communication. But the worst is when it's like you are dumping them. Okay? Maybe you have sons and then maybe the daughter-in-laws are saying, no, I cannot do, or no, I cannot do. And maybe they say, okay, this is the best thing we can do. So that how you know, it's about our emotions. How you do it, it can be very positive to the parent. And they go there, encourage others. And it can be very negative and destroy them. You see? So it depends on how you bring. It's a very good thing because people are very busy and things are there to be done. If it's done in a positive and a way, how you communicate about it and the positivity can cause that person go there and take rest at their own home. But that's like you are dumping. So for them not to feel like you've dumped them, also let it be very professionally done
as well. I mean, be calling
they
them.
also accept. And they also visit, communicate, make sure they don't feel like they are dumped.
I think to me is that very quickly, maybe 3 things I've mentioned very quickly. Number one is that my own example, I'm a second born in the family of where my father married 3 wives. And I'm named after the father of my mother. And therefore, I was really mistreated on that aspect. Because of the way I was classified there, that I've married with my father. He mentioned that you are here with your mother, I paid dowry, and you have come to live in my house. So to me, I was not understanding. So I was really tortured and beaten down and so forth. Then finally, My father sold all the property that we had, about 100 acres. He married a wife after the wife. And I was very much wounded. I left home bleeding, sick, and so forth. But then what I can say is that after I became a Christian, and then I met other people, they were assisting me to heal. So first of all, we must be healed our bleeding.
Yeah.
We need to find a way of forgiveness.
True.
Even if your parents did this and this, or maybe you don't know your father, or somebody is a late comer, was not there in the beginning, now he's coming because you have bought the vehicle. I think we need to approach this issue on forgiveness. We need to forgive.
Yeah.
In African culture, we had a system even settling the issue under the tree and so forth. But I think every one of us, we must allow our heart to heal. Healing or forgiveness is important, so that now, because even in the Christian base or any religion, we advocate on forgiveness. Without forgiveness, we'll dig the world that you follow tomorrow. Number two, we need to make sure that this issue of parents, taking them to a home care, if you remove a fish from the lake or from the pot, the fish will die.
It will die.
My mother-in-law died way ago, and then my father-in-law was there, and I went and bleed him. Say, can I buy a land for you where there is more modernization and so forth? He told me, my son-in-law, if you remove me here, I'll die tomorrow. Because taking my kapanga and talking to some elderly around there, area, fellowship, it gives me life. I've been living in this compound, this house, for the last 70 years.
Wow.
Now, this house knows me.
And I know
the
it.
compound knows me. My cow, chicken, and so forth. My mother she's 85 years old. She live with a grandchild. What I did, to me, I bought a few chicken to keep her busy. Some goat there to milk. So she around there with goat, chicken, and she's very happy. And at 85 years, she's able to milk the goat and walk around. So I think I can talk to my fellow sons and daughters. Forgive your parents, the past, the pain, and then from there, when you forgive, you are able to do something. Then from there, don't force them out in their environment.
Okay.
So if you're going to move them, let them know, maybe in the house, because when you take them, like African culture, believe me, they will die in a short time.
Okay.
And they will die speaking. The things they will speak will hunt you. Yes.
Now I can see, when I look at the clock, we have around 6 minutes to finalize. I would love for us to, you've well put it. I want us to see now how to address this. You have pointed out ways in which we can address it. So maybe from your point of view, how do we address this?
For me, the first one is to educate both the parents and the children, because there is that gap. Whereby even the parents are meant to understand that because of the nature of the society, there are some things that may not go the way it's supposed to be, as Sister said.
Yeah.
Number two is the young people. And that is why I had to write this book, so that I've distributed this to many universities and secondary schools. Okay. And it's really helping parents to actually read. Actually, the first person who bought a book was a lady that I met when I was buying an envelope. So she gave to the daughter, and these are the words. Do you see all these things that I'm doing to you? I don't want you to pay, but just remember one thing I did for you. So that lady, even yesterday I talked to her. It was my first time to see her. And I've been trying to very quickly look at what she's doing, and she told me the daughter has now changed. So if we don't tell them,
information.
Yeah, that's why we are very happy for this program.
Yeah.
I know to reach thousands and millions of people.
Yeah.
So first thing is to tell them.
Okay.
Then number two is that we try to amend where we have gone wrong. Yeah, and I believe if we do that, we shall be able to come up with a better society, because aging is inevitable. Even Jesus said that when you are young, you are going where you want to go. But when you get old, you stretch your hands so that they take you where you don't want to go. It is biblical. It's Jesus who said.
Yeah.
So aging is inevitable.
It is inevitable.
Yes, yeah,
we are
true.
all, headed there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me give you the final one I'll give you of my story like he gave is, me, I never knew my biological father. It happened that I came to know him, and when I met him, in 1 month he died. I went to bury him, and I was satisfied.
How old were you?
I had my family, I think I was 38.
Okay.
I was already, even my last born was born. So God sent a woman, said, your father, you need to see your father. Even described him, how he looks, and I didn't know him. I just, my mother, I called one of his cousins. Said, he told me where, and I went. I found him. My mother is so and so. Do you know me? It's just like salvation. Those people don't know their fathers.
Yeah.
I felt good. We spent the whole day talking. Then after that, after 1 month, I called him. He told me, I'm in Nairobi, come and introduce you to my children. One son was in Nairobi, others out of the country. Then he said, this is my daughter. I knew her mother before I knew your mother. We knew each other. It was on a Thursday. On Monday, the guy died. Then I knew my brother calls me, our father is dead. I went to bury him, and I was satisfied. God wanted me to take the blessing.
True.
So, still, whether you saw him, he educated you, there's something that you need. I picked mine, go for yours.
Thank you.
Closing.
So it doesn't matter whether they were present in your life or
It
not.
doesn't matter. He made you be here.
Yeah.
He's the source. A woman has no seed.
Sorry?
A woman has no seed.
Okay,
Yes,
so
it's
the
a
man
father's,
has the seed, so whether your father was there or not.
And he carries the
that's it.
blessing.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
yeah. Okay, we only have 3 minutes. And there's this statement that I want, maybe I'll get just 30 seconds from each one of you on this statement. Someone says, your children are not your retirement plan.
Yeah.
30 seconds on that.
I think your children are not retirement planned, but a brand, but they are your gift. Your children, they are gift, they are encouragement. So we have adapted to pay to encourage our parents, to be around them, and I can just say, sons and daughters, we need to go back. If you know your dad or your mom or is there, just forgive and go back and give them encouragement. Yes.
Yeah, in chapter 5, I've talked about parents as they have been contracted by God. So it's a contract, and when you finish the contract, you do what? So if you take the children are your retirement, you'll be disappointed. Yeah. And that's why I gave that example of a chief. If you happen to go to the same chief and remind the chief, this is where I brought all the money, the chief will tell you, I think you have forgotten. Yeah. And that's why even here there is a statement that children will say that we did not choose you as your parents, but you choose the family. Yeah. And that is part of the problem, because you find you have attachment to your family more than your parents. So that's why it is not good to take them as an investment. Okay. And the level of disappointment will be high when they don't reciprocate.
All right, Paul.
For me to close, we have talked about those people who neglect a lot, and we forgot there are those who are taking care. And we thank God for those who are taking care, and they are taking full responsibility and making sure they are very happy and comfortable. So, and to close, I'll close and say this, that however is not an investment plan, a retirement plan for you, at least let me in the house hold like a table like this when I'm praying for you, something that you bought. In my bed, and I'm praying for you. I hold that bed, I say, thank you, God. By this bed, grant us the desires of our heart. What is there to show? True. Yeah. So because the investment that I gave you life, I gave you life. So I don't depend on you, but you also get something from me. And remember, long life and wellness is captured.
Okay,
Amen.
And this is where we get to finalize this conversation. We have been talking about the cry of aging parents, and apparently now more younger people are neglecting their aging parents. We are not looking after our aging parents, and this is something that should change. And we've heard from our 3 guests right here. It's about time we change that. So how about now we get into it and just try and look after our parents now. Let's end this conversation. My name is Vivian Dagwa. This is Good Morning Kenya.